Yeah, instead we're getting the Nash, which, listen, I'm here for it, right? I mean, listen, we got the good old Shovel Knight right here and ready to rock. Also, I mean, we had a little bit of a discussion about Nash a little bit earlier today. We were like, okay, yeah, this Legend's really good. We wish more people were playing it. But then the discussion kind of went the way of like, well, you know, Nash in a lot of ways is Taros, right? But like Taros is the more popular one with, you know, more meta weapons because of how good that axe is right now. But Lopes here, ready to let us know exactly what this Shovel Knight can do.
That's right, everybody. This is winners finals. There's a lot on the line. Clearly, the winner of place is going to be moving on to grand finals. The Enlight going to be sending Lopes off stage. Going to get juggled by that neutral Thaiph. He's going to be looking for a huge call out. Not going to be able to find it though.
Yeah, at this point, Thaiph ready to throw out that N-Sig a million times, and then if Lopes stays grounded enough, a side Sig will find his dome. That could have been a side Sig punch there, potentially. Thaiph really biding his time here, goes for the N-Sig again, and the fourth one will be the charm. The risk-reward is so skewed in Cassidy's favor that it always makes sense.
You can throw it out there, and you are going to have no trouble at all. But right now, Lopes going to be trying to make it as difficult as possible for Thaiph to land here, looking for the sail, going to be crossing up fully, using the full momentum, and that sail is going to end up connecting. That is going to go ahead and even up those stocks. Both of them undamaged at this moment in time. Lopes now going to be opting for the Spirit, looking for the jump call out with a D-Light. Of course, he can get a lot of reward, but if you whiff a D-Light in somebody's face, it is a huge punish. Also, after you hit that side light, going for the reverse D-Light, that left an opening for Thaiph. Thaiph going to be punishing that side light as well. Lopes, it feels like all of his openings are getting punished, but he was able to get the GC D-Light that time. He was able to get the punish, and he was able to get some good damage in.
Oh, and manages to get the weapon pickup, throws that as well. The ground pound from the Spear is going to seal the deal. Thaiph sent down to the final stock. Lopes looking so hard to deal with right now. Thaiph is just trying to find a weapon.
Okay, tries to go for this side light after the sail was unsuccessful. Thaiph once again just finding those whip punishes. D-Light recovery, classic. Thaiph backing off, giving him a little bit of space. He's going to be whip punishing that D-Light. Right now, it is just a game of whip punishing. Thaiph is backing up, punishing that side light. Again, Lopes is just going to be whipping in his face. Nice punish, just getting the in time to be able to punish the GC D-Light.
Whoa, okay, yeah. I wonder if that was a missed input there, or if maybe he really did think that Thaiph was going to dash forward. But otherwise, you know, I'm like, that could have been a side Sig, that could have been disastrous. Either way, that down Sig from Lopes not going to pay the bills there. But now we do have another weapon pickup here. Thaiph starting to get things cooking, and Cassidy with that high dexterity can get some strings that other Hammer Legends can't. So you gotta look out.
I was surprised that Cassidy could act so quickly after whipping that down, and that just, you know, threw out a couple more buttons. But right now, Thaiph is in an excellent position, has all the stage control that he could possibly ask for. He wants that stomp, but instead, he just goes through the jump lead, the side light as a poke, as a get off me, which the N-Sig. Lopes, oh no, what was that? Another whiff signature, another stock taken in the exact same way as stock 2.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm watching that, and it seems like really what it is that Cassidy, I think, is one of the legends in the game that is the most difficult to face in a final stock scenario, because everything that she does is just that much scarier, right? It's like, oh man, if I get hit by the N-Sig and I lose the game, that feels way worse than, oh, I lose the stock, I come back with a fresh one, I can take a few more, right? And so then it looked like in that final moment, there was just a bit of like lag, honestly, is the best way that I can explain it in terms of the decision-making that was happening there. There was like a whiffed, I don't know if it was an N-Sig or something, but it was a clear Nash side Sig opportunity that just did not register, and then you fall into that pitfall of, I missed the Sig punch that I was supposed to get. Let me just throw out another one because I'm going to hit it. And then it's like, no, you can't do that. You can't be greedy like that.
You got punished for it a second time. So a little bit tough for Thaiph though. And I just want to say, again, like one of the scariest parts about Cassidy, also, we're going to be seeing the switch to the Queen Knife from Lopes. Interesting. Let's see how this works. Going to be opting for the Katars as opposed to the Hammer. So we'll just see how it works out. Super active signatures. D-Light into the GC N-Sig. Nicely done. Beautiful.
Yeah, the GC N-Sig, the true combo that Queen Knight gets. For a long time, people had figured out that, hey, if you dodge up on this, you can actually get out of the true combo. But then the extended counterplay that was found out by the Queen Knight players is if you air dodge up and gravity cancel, because people forget you can do a directional air dodge and gravity cancel, you cannot get out of that true conversion.
Advanced tech. Okay, the D-Sig ended up connecting. D-Light into the Silly unarmed. Thaiph going to be kicking his opponent off the stage, picking up the blast series. Now, you know what he wants. He wants that D-Light, but Lopes going to be catching the timing, going to be getting a Silly, going to be getting it down as well. Can he close out the stock? He does not get there in time. He respected the hitbox and the recovery. He let Thaiph get back on. He missed the Silly. Thaiph, he knew that it wasn't his turn to be able to pick up the weapon, so he waited. He waited for his opponent. He waited for Lopes to come to him, but D-Light Silly true combo, that's going to be it.
All right, and just like that, slight lead for Lopes, but unarmed recovery will be enough from Thaiph here. Tries to go for it there, it's not going to connect. Tries to go for it again. Lopes just barely being able to stay close enough, but yep, any hit will do. The down air is going to be enough, and we have ourselves a tie battle.
Okay, Thaiph just looking for that big opening. Lopes going to be picking up the spear once again, and it is going to be Lopes that's going to be looking to break the space. Thaiph just crossing up. Oh, D-Light, sidelight, and like that is so much damage being dealt.
Ooh.
The D-Light on the platform as well. No need to even gravity cancel it. That was pretty hot. That is already 86 damage being dealt onto Lopes. Here, Thaiph is looking quite comfortable.
Okay, and there we go. Nice true combo as well. That D-Light into the Ensig coming out from Lopes. And you can see Thaiph trying to get some anti-air jumps here, but Lopes staying pretty grounded, only trying to D-Light to get off the ground here, trying to read some of the jumps from Thaiph, but Thaiph is not jumping either here.
Just dashing around, looking for that stomp once again, looking for the jump call out. Lopes, he whiffs that sidelight in Thaiph's face. That should have been a sidelight with punish, but stomp, down air. Oh my gosh, the recovery down air, excuse me, to be able to go ahead and close that out. Very nicely done. And just like that, Thaiph is up with another stock lead.
Yeah, and I like the optimization there, because it's going to be hard to get a knockout of Queen Nai off the top on a stage like this, so going for the extension with the Russian Mafia going to give you that little extra bit of damage to make sure that it secures the knockout. And just like that, D-Light Ensig, Lopes responds with the true combo yet again. That's going to be the bread and butter for him, right? And that's why we're going to see him whiff a lot of D-Lights, because in the scenario where it does connect, he gets that true combo, right?
He gets so much reward off of it.
Kind of skew the results at the end as well.
Oh, but look at the edge guard sequence. But
Thaiph,
the reversal, that is why you can never sleep against Hammer off stage, because it is just able to spike you down with it. Lopes, he almost got a crazy edge guard, but he's piling on the damage with these Katari combos.
Oh, what a
and he
read.
goes for the, yeah, that Ensig was crazy.
But still not juicy enough, right? I mean, just because of how big this stage is, Mos Eisley, you know, kind of the largest map we have in the competitive pool right now. Lopes goes for the unarmed D-Light recovery. Still not enough, because the ceiling is so high. The recovery still not enough. One more. Thaiph needs to find a way back down. Needs to get a reversal of some kind. Has so much damage to make up for here. Maybe need to get a hammer and try to go off stage.
But the reduced knockback by hitting Thaiph onto the side of the stage. Lopes has had 3 potential KO options. None of them came out. The D-Light recovery does come out for Thaiph. This can be quickly escaping Lopes. He needs anything. He needs that D-Light recovery. He needs that jump call out. He needs anything at this point, or this game is going to slip away.
Oh, and Thaiph playing this very slowly but smartly. Lopes needs a recovery. On the jump, he can just throw it out there. Yep, he's not going to get punched on the way down. Uh-oh, this is scary. Oh, he tried to go for, I think, a recovery there, and just didn't get it. Oh, now this is anyone's game. Thaiph has brought all the damage back. One stomp is the game. Goes for the down sig. Lopes definitely didn't expect that one.
Cassidy does not have to commit to the signatures. You can just kind of throw them out. But guess what? Queen 9 does not need to either. But if you whiff an Ensig like that in Lopes' face, he was just able to get an N-Light, tossing down his weapon. Now left weaponless. Instead, he's just going to be going after Thaiph instead of picking up the weapon, trying to be deceptive.
Oh, no. Yeah, nice. I mean, sometimes you just got to bet it, right? Kind of gave it up there. But, I mean, that's how it goes, right? You're like, all right, he's not jumping. I don't want to go for the Ensig. And at this point, too, you have so much damage racked up that, like, you can't even just throw out an Ensig anymore, because he's going to jump on top of you and fast fall with an unarmed recovery, and it's going to get your stock. So I was really trying to pick. I think the down sig that he used earlier was honestly a really great choice. It's just unfortunate that it didn't connect. No one expects the Cassidy down sig. So that one's like a little bit of a, you kept it in your bag of tricks to use at the right moment, and it just was, it was the right moment, but not the right timing, you know?
I think just Lopes played a little bit more patient at the end, you know? He didn't pick up the weapon. It was purely warrior farming, right? The weapon spawned right in front of him. He was in a very good position to pick it up. Instead, he just went up and around Thaiph, and he was like, okay, I'm going to wait for you to press something that you shouldn't. And guess what? He got it. Now the game count is 1-1. He's getting these Katari strings. Thaiph fighting his way back onto the stage, dashing in, dashing out. Lopes just going to be patrolling the space above Thaiph. Because guess what? Being diagonally up and above Hammer is amazing, except against Cassidy. Well, you have to be afraid of Ensig. Normally, that is a huge blind spot, and you're seeing Thaiph now exploit that position that you can normally get away with against Hammer.
Yeah, and it just kind of forces you to approach the matchup completely differently, right? Because that true conversion that we're seeing from Thaiph there, that's really hard to work around. So, you know, if you're Lopes here, you're probably going to want to lean into the spear a bit more, but Katars are what you have in hand, which means if you're going to be approaching from the 45-degree angle, you have to be doing dash, jump, dares. You can't really just sit and hover in that area anymore. You just have to commit to it.
Oh, Thaiph, the sidelight as it get off me. Lopes dashing in. He's looking for the opening sidelight. D-light, he has no dodge, but then tries to go for the extension with the weapon toss. It was not able to connect.
Nice.
Thaiph, he didn't want to keep picking that hammer back up. He wanted to pick up the weapon that was on the ground, but the game prioritizes the weapon that you've already tossed out, right? So he wasn't actually able to get the weapon started that he desired. Pretty funny.
Okay, stomps there. Not going to be enough. But one more clean hit, and that's all she wrote there. Thaiph going up 2 stocks now. This Queen Knife from Lopes doesn't seem to be getting the job done in this game number 3, but we'll see if he's able to answer back. Well, that's going to be huge damage because of the dex from Cassidy giving you these conversions that no other Hammer legend can get.
Sidelight, oh my gosh, and then the neutrally after the sidelight is on the chase dodge, pivot neutrally, that was crazy. Now Lopes is down so deep. He's able to get the end light, daylight recovery as well, good damage. He got the stock off, but I don't know if you can make this comeback because Thaiph has been looking lethal this game 3. He has been looking dominant.
Yeah, how do you respond back? Well, you got the dodge there, you can go for double. No, just barely couldn't get the timing out in time. Yeah, that one's a little bit tough. That's okay. Lopes.
Okay. Oh no, that's such a huge punish opportunity. Gonna be able to get the D-light recovery as well. Lopes so deep into the red. The damage just keeps on piling and piling and piling. Thaiph gonna be whiffing that sidelight in that blind spot. Lopes just able to find a downer for his troubles. Whoa. Okay, Thaiph. Okay, man.
Oh, and you got a spot dodge there, so yeah, that's gonna give you that. You don't even have to worry about the dodge if you just go for the N-Sig there, and now we have a final stock situation, but we're D-light recovery territory for the blasters, and obviously stops there or stomp N-Sig for the hammer as well, so Thaiph really just needs a weapon, or you can keep racking it up on arm, but there it is, 1 stomp to end the game, or N-Sig.
Last game he won because he was more patient. Let's see if that patience is gonna come through. The sidelight ended up connecting just the last hit of it though. I don't think he was ready for it to connect, so he just immediately backed off. He whiffs the N-Sig, that is no punish. Lopes tossing away his weapon, and then immediately finds himself at the feet of Thaiph as he stomps and shows his way to victory. He tried to dash in. He was simply protecting the weapon. He was weapon guarding, and he stopped him from picking it up. Very nicely done from Thaiph to be able to close that out. That lead that he built up was too big for Lopes to come back from.
Yeah, it's interesting because there are scenarios here, right, where Thaiph is up a fair amount, right, but is a little bit too scared to throw out something that's going to get punished because he doesn't want to give an opportunity for Lopes to get back into the game. But then I find myself wondering, like, well, you know, you can use your weapon, right? You can weapon throw to kind of force them off stage and then try to play off of that. But Thaiph seems more content with just sitting there, holding the hammer, and just waiting. And honestly, not a bad choice.
His hammer advantage state was ridiculous, by the way. The sidelight, headlight, sidelight again, and then he goes in there for like that, you know, the chase dodge neutrally, the downers that he was connecting as well. By the way, hammer, that is a 2-piece weapon, okay? That's what hammer should be getting.
Not when Cassidy has it.
Not when Cassidy has it, that's right. Especially not in the hands of Thaiph. Thaiph, with Cassidy in his hands, with hammer in her hands, that is a lot of damage, has a lot of advantage. Lopes now going to be switching again here, not feeling confident in any of the picks. This time we're going to the Tesca, but again, Thaiph is dishing the damage. Thaiph is piling it on.
Yeah, and Lopes is trying to figure out a way in, right? I mean, you do have this large disjoint on the hammer, so it can be a little bit daunting to figure out a way in, and that stomp is such a quick burst option if you ever get close. Lopes needs to find a way to deal with this. Maybe dash in with a sidelight? No, tries to do like a delayed side air, but that's not going to work. I think you have to break the barrier much more explosively than that.
Looking for those stomps. Again, we're in Stomp City. Sidelight not going to be connecting here. Thaiph just trying to control the platform, but that platform is wide. It gives you so much space. Lopes was able to successfully whiff punish it. Just looking for the jump in, hovering above Thaiph. That is where you want to typically be against blasters, right? That is the blind spot. Both like stacked and then like right above blasters, they will struggle with punishing you.
And it looks like Lopes' plan here is really to just juggle Thaiph over and over. Even if we have to go for like 4 to 5 different recoveries, it seems like he prefers to send Thaiph up rather than to the side.
Okay, that is going to be enough to take it off the top. Lopes now with a lead so different to the last game. The Tesca just giving him some more consistent follow-ups.
Yeah, hopefully that's enough to at least force the game number 5 here. Lopes trying to make it work.
But no neutral.
We're seeing no punish going to happen here either, but Lopes getting a few shots in. manages to sneak away, only taking one side life for his troubles. Thaiph gets stuck on the platform there. I think he might have actually been going for a down air and then got caught landing. Oh, that N6's gonna hurt, but it is Mos Eisley, so we're gonna survive.
Oh, he's trying to wait him out. Lopes gonna be going out there for the ground pound, but instead it is gonna be Thaiph that finds his own after the D-Light. And just like that, Lopes' free stock is gone, but look at the extra credit that he piled on. Thaiph has taken quite a beating. And so now let's see, can we get that stock? Definitely not that low on Mos Eisley, but that's it. You're done. You're gone.
So, I mean, Lopes is playing this one real good, right? Was able to get a lot of damage done on that last stock before heading into this final one. Gets a read into the downsig as well, already sending Thaiph into the yellow. Thaiph going wild unarmed, though. Said, "Nuck if you buck." And Lopes bucking real hard right now. Hold on.
Yeah, Thaiph, again, his advantage has just been so consistent. I love that side to be able to get back onto the stage. It caught Lopes on his landing. Incredible stuff. The side light connects. He's looking for the stomp. He wants to be able to close this out, and he has Lopes in the corner. That is exactly where he wants to be. You want to be able to position yourself for that D-Light. And guess what? Even if you don't get the D-Light sale, you can always KO off the top with the D-Light and Sig.
Yeah, and right now we're getting to Nair territory, N-Sig territory, really anything on the hammer kit. There we go, the stomp, Sayer, the coach pitch. That one's going to be the securing of that penultimate stock. And now Lopes effectively on winner's bracket life here if he's not able to force the Game 5 happen.
We have seen the openings that Thaiph can get off of just one side light, and so the question is Lopes going to get hit by it? How is he going to be able to play evasively? I love that weapon toss down, such an aggressive way to be able to get in. The N light to be able to whiff punish. He is still looking clean and healthy on the stock. He whiffs the D light thinking that he's safe, but the neutral was wide enough to hit. Yeah,
very large hitbox on that one, and Thaiph understanding that Cassidy has some of the best low percent follow-ups here, that if you can get the right combo starter, you can very easily bring this at least to, you know, half damage, you know, somewhere in the orange-ish, if you can find that opening. But Lopes is not going to let that happen. That N-Light should be enough disarming as well. Combined with the weapon throw will be more than enough. We're going to game number 5.
That's right. Lopes, he played patient, he played calm, he played collected. I gotta say, that diagonal weapon toss down to be able to approach Thaiph, I think, is so huge. We talked about it before. Again, Hammer, they don't really know what to do about this space. Cassidy, you have the unique solution of N-Sig, but if we're a little bit past that distance, right, a weapon throw is such an amazing way to pressure and land against Hammer. So nicely done. Lopes was able to find the openings that he was looking for. And now it's gonna be going to a Game 5. Thank you, Mr. Announcer.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, too, where, like, there's a whole mini rock, paper, scissors game that can be played simply based off of what your opponent does when you throw a weapon at them. Do they immediately spot dodge after? Do they attack and wake up with something? Do they dash away? If you're able to figure out and catch on to that pattern, you're able to get so much more off of a weapon throw. And I think that's kind of the idea here for Lopes. But right now, Thaiph is proving to be a pretty worthy adversary. Lopes answering back.
Silent recovery going to be coming through. Thaiph, he's just looking for that down in the scoop. Lopes going to be able to put him off stage in a nasty position. He is bold. Going off stage against Hammer is a bold choice, because you know exactly what can happen. Thaiph is stepping up to the plate.
He's a big stepper. Hold on now, gets caught by the down air, sending to the top. Thaiph being extremely patient, and then just waits, looks at him, looks away, and then comes back with the side sig to go. That has to hurt. Lopes definitely felt that one in his chest.
Oh, Thaiph landing with the sail. Oh, and the stomp. The down air as well. That is so much damage. Stomp, side light, and light as well. Lopes, he is struggling to be able to get out of this advantage. He wants to get back onto the stage, and Thaiph is shoving him off again. Is it going to be again? He's backing off. He's giving him space. He's not able to catch a landing. Weapon toss, no follow-up. But that missed sail. He caught the cross-up. He got the D-Light. Thaiph has been unstoppable this stock.
Yeah, if you're Lopes at this point, you just got to starve him out and hope he never gets another hammer, because at this point, he's doing way too much damage with it. Tries to starve him out there, but couldn't get rid of the weapon and pick up the other one in time.
Lopes.
And gets caught by the anti-air. So don't jump in on me. And just like that, Thaiph on the verge of a 3 stock in this game number 5 will probably end up losing this first stock, but it's going to be up to Lopes to figure out how much further he's able to bring things back.
You got to be able to get this opening. You have to find, I don't know, at the edge of the stage at this point, and N-Light is going to be able to do it. That's exactly what I was thinking about. That was the option of choice. Such a nice active button. Going to be catching Thaiph's timing, getting back onto the stage, and now he has an entire stock to make up. Lopes, can you fight back? This is winner's side. This is game number 5. There is so much on the line. He is down an entire stock.
Nice start.
This is the beginning, but he misses the sail. That could have been everything.
Yeah, that sail was the difference between being able to get a quick, cheesy stock and having to work 3 times as hard now. Lopes gonna have to do a lot to find an opening that good again. I don't know that Thaiph's going to give him that opportunity. Look at these stomps, forcing Lopes closer and closer to the brink of despair here. This ground pound's a good start. Has to get around the weapon throw. Campus does an opportunity. No, gets caught by the unarmed recovery. And now Thaiph able to get a little bit more damage going. Lopes in the orange, and this is Small World's End, so there's not too much more health Lopes has to work with here. He
the
gets
jump
caught
got
by the
called
hit,
out,
and
he's
can't.
not going to be able to make it back on. That is so anticlimactic, but that is going to be all
Oh
Thaiph.
my gosh. Yeah, this reminds me of like word art back in the day. Yeah, this is disgusting. I mean, shout outs to production, they're holding it down, and shout outs to Thaiph for qualifying for.
Does this mean that Thaiph? Do you think he got qualified? Do you think he qualified?
I don't know. I mean, based off what I'm seeing on the screen, it's really